Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today is a different video than I usually post. We're not going to be fishing or anything like that, but we are going to be going over my top 5 favorite baits. So the first bait I'm going to be going over is a Z-Man ChatterBait, specifically the jackhammer. I do have the original right here. This just works a lot better. It starts vibrating a lot quicker, and it's just overall better. So my favorite chatterbait trailer is the Yamamoto Zeko. There's so many chatterbait trailers out there. There's Rage Swimmers, Power Stingers, whatever it might be. My favorite so far has been the Yamamoto Zeko. So how I rig these is I take the chatterbait, I flip it upside down, I make sure all the threads are out of my way. Take my trailer of choice, and I push it through the center. And you want to keep it as straight as possible as you ride it up the hook. You want to push, I didn't get that straight. You want to push all the way up like that, and you have it perfectly on every time. This is going to give this chatterbait a really good action. You can flip this around grass, wood, whatever it might be. There's going to be imitating your bluegill, sunfish, all that. These are great in the fall time. So the green pumpkins, your reds, all those colors are going to be imitating your bluegill, sunfish, crayfish, and the whites and grays are going to be imitating your shad, minnows, and stuff like that. The next bait we're going over is super simple, but it has caught me so many fish. I can't stress this enough how much I love these baits. And that is a Texas rig worm, Senko, craw. Just a Texas rig in general is great. So what you're going to need is an EWG hook and the worm or soft plastic of your choice. This is the Zoom Old Monster and Red Bug. An EWG hook and the worm of your choice. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your worm, find the center of the top. You're going to just push through, basically just past the barb. You're going to go out like this. You're going to ride it up the shaft of the hook. Make sure it's all the way up there. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take your worm, you're going to bend it like this, you're going to push it through. And it should start to come out. And what you're going to do is you're going to take it and just barely push it in like that. And that's a perfect weedless presentation. I kind of messed it up. And that's a perfect weedless presentation. Those fish are going to grab that, and that hook is going to come out of the worm. You can fish these in almost every situation. I love flipping these in between lily pads, in wood, under docks, any of that. These are also a great bait to bed fish with. Pitch them in the beds, and those are guaranteed to get eaten. This next bait we're talking about is very versatile, it catches fish all across the world, and that is the soft plastic swim bait. So what you're going to need is a soft plastic swim bait of your choice and the appropriate size jig head. There is hundreds and hundreds of types of paddle tail swim baits out there. I'm just going to be using the Rage Swimmers. Those are pretty common. They're fairly cheap. They work really good. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your swim bait and find the center of it. I'm looking through the camera, so it's a little bit hard to find the center. You're going to ride it up the hook about halfway, like this. You're going to push it out. Push it all the way up. And that is a perfect swim bait. These are imitating your bait fish, obviously. This is more of a bluegill color. If you use white, shad, there's so many colors, and these are very versatile. And there's also a lot of different ways to rig this. This next bait is one of the most popular baits today with using live scopes or side scans, and that is the Dropshot. This next rig is a little bit more complicated than the baits we've been going over. Once you figure it out, it's really not that hard. So what you're going to do is you're going to tie a simple Palomar knot. You want to make sure there's enough tag in for your Dropshot weight. And how you do that is you're going to take your line, you're going to bend it in half, you're gonna go through the eye of the hook, if it'll focus. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna tie a simple Palomar knot. You wanna make sure there's enough tag in for the drop shot weight itself. You're gonna go through the eye of the hook, pull it through, tie a little knot like this. And you're gonna take the loop you just made. You're gonna take your hook and pull it through. You're gonna take your 2 ends, pull it tight. So what you're gonna do after you tie your knot is you're gonna take your tag end. You can't tell which side's the tag end because I'm not tied onto something. And you're gonna go through the front of the hook. You're gonna pull that line. Through, and that is gonna make that stand straight up. And what you're gonna do next is you're gonna take your drop shot weight, pull it through, and make sure that bites your line. And you're gonna pull it a little bit. Want to make sure your drop shot isn't too deep, or else you're gonna get snagged a lot. And there you go, you got a perfect little drop shot. There's hundreds of ways you can drop shot. I just have a little finesse worm, and you're gonna take it, go through the nose of your hook, and what that's gonna do is that's gonna stand up in the water, and it's just gonna shake, and this will stick straight out. It's very versatile, very finesse. You can catch so many fish on this. This next bait we're talking about is one of my absolute favorites, and that is the buzzbait. And the buzzbait I'm talking about today is the Jig Masters Micro Buzz. This buzzbait is going to be perfect for creek fishing. I just know there's going to be so many smallmouth caught on these. So what you're going to do is you're going to, just like all the other baits we talked about, find the center, push it up almost all the way, about halfway probably. You're just going to push that up. You can also just screw it on, that's a little bit harder. And there you go. That is going to crush some smallmouth. That is going to crush some smallmouth in your creeks. These are also great for bass fishing in the fall time. These are going to be perfect. That's all I have for today. If you want to get these baits for yourself, I'm going to put the link to most of these in the description. I will try to put all of them, but if not, most of them will be in the description.